This is a 2004 Dodge Dakota frame. And the Dakotas are well known to have some rusted areas here. This is a split frame. Okay, so this area right here, I had this sandblasted, this exposed this. It wasn't there when I first sent it out. But anyway, this whole area, let's back up a little bit. Let me back up the window. Back it up like that. Yeah. Okay, so this whole area right here on your Dodge, this rust out. This is where, come on, let's put this here. Okay, so, all right, so the front of the leaf spring bolts on here. Back here, these two pieces, this is doubled all the way to here. This is 2 layers. This piece here comes all the way into here. And let me show you. Here's the underside. As you see, there's the leaf spring in the front, and it continues on. So between the 2 layers, that's where it collects the water and the mud, and it doesn't let go. There's no drainage or anything like that, so it rusts out. I've seen them that they're all gone, and there's other guys that will show you that they weld them up. That's what I'm going to do here. All right, so I'm out of breath. Take this out for now. So it's all 15, number 15 head and nut. They're only it's only like 7, 8 on each side. It's not bad. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, is I'm forcing this. So both my sides are done or apart. Now I'm trying to get them to separate, and I thought I'd just keep this on video for you guys. But just to let you know that between these two, this is where it's rusting out here. It's real thin, and it rusts and it actually swells up inside. That's what it was doing here. Okay, so both sides got the same thing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to tear this apart, but I thought I want you guys to see. Go check your Dakotas out and look. Here's the front of the leaf spring. This area right here, this is where the rusted area happens. Especially if you're working underneath, it's going to drop in your eyes. Alright, so I don't want to bend the frame up. You can just kind of hear it go crunch. Yeah. Yeah. Like it melted itself together. So when you separate both pieces like this cross member here, okay, it holds your tank up. And so if you're going to be doing this, you're going to drop your tank off. But there's 4 bolts. These 2 and these 2 hold this cross member, and also bolt these. So it does. All it does is it's just going to ride. Yeah, right. Stay. Yeah, it sucks. Not for me. The frame is on a chain fall. Chain falls on an I-beam. I-beam holds the second floor up. Second floor is bedrooms. And the kids out there trying to watch television and do their homework. Aha, you're loose. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Alright. See how that right there came out of the top on one side. Minus the nuts and bolts. Look at that. This. Okay. Just that. I was explaining. So I got the two halves apart. Okay, it's over here. I'll go there in a second. All right, so let's see what we can do as far as, let's zoom out for you. Okay. So I covered this area before, and this area here. Okay, you can probably see better. All right, this area showed up after the sandblasting. This is like as thin as a pop can. Okay, so this whole area has to get cut out, and I have to weld new stuff in. Here's another, that's another soft spot that that'll end up getting cut out. The rest of this seems to be, this is where the leaf spring bolts up. So this is okay, but it's just after the leaf spring, that's where it holds. Because right here, all the mud and the water comes from this tire, comes in underneath this crack between this frame and here and there, and it just sits right in here and goes nowhere, so it's just going to rot your metal. Okay, so on this side here, oh, where's my bar? Okay, so again, leaf spring is going to sit right in here. Okay, so this is some of that metal. Let me come down to you. Oh my God! Okay, so you see how it's caked up there? All right, and then here's a soft spot right there. They probably just punch right through. Okay, but right there, that's a pinhole. So this is a whole soft spot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut all this out right inside this. I want to save this structure here and the bend, and I will just want to weld in my new piece here, and then cut or drill new holes for the bolting. This is the outside frame. Actually, this is the front half of the frame. Okay, so let's go to the back and show you what I'm talking about. All right, so all right, so this part sits over the wheel, and this is the leaf spring. So the back tire is right here. Okay, that's where that soft spot on that side, that's where that rusts out. So that's all gone. So I have to cut this part out here and put new metal in here, and then this is the inside, and right there is the same as this. It's right there, and I could probably punch right through that. So this is soft. So this whole area right here, I got to replace as well, because it's going to look like that once I start grinding it away. So for those of you Dakota people, just behind the front of the leaf spring, look in that area where the frame starts to curl up over the wheel. Look in this area, because that's very well known for rusting away. Okay, like I say, 15 millimeter, bolts them together. And how I got them, since this is like 1.5 feet here that they're overlapped, I I had to convince it with a 4-ton ram. Okay, you can get these at off eBay. Amazon's got them. This is a velour. Okay, Vivor. That's all it is. 4-ton, nothing more. It does exactly what you want it to do. But I had to put it between this front cross member and the back. It spread it apart slowly, and you just got to keep shaking the back half. Like I said, I got the whole front end still secured. Okay, Sunday night, and if you see I cut that much cancer out of it, welded a new patch in. Same thing over here, cut that section out, welded a new patch in. What you see here is the converter. I just painted the converter on there. So that's all cleaned up, that's done. And then for the outside of the frame here, welded a patch on there. The rest of it's in good shape. And I got a patch on that one there. So all 4 of these ends are done now. So tomorrow night I'll prime them, and then we'll put some paint on there on the inside so they're totally protected, and then I'll go ahead and reassemble the frame. So like I say, whole frame is in 2. I'm all packed up for the night, that's why it looks cluttered. So tomorrow it's primer. Okay, so Monday night, and I prime the ends inside and out. So there's your layer of primer, and tomorrow night I'll put a coat of paint on them. So there they are. All right, so it's Thursday night, and this is what I've got. So both ends of the frame are done. They've been converted. They got primer, 2 coats of paint. So between the two-part pieces of steel, you're going to have 10 coats of paint there. So I got a lot of protection between it, so that rust should not be a problem anymore. So now what tonight I'm going to do is I'm going to remate this section back to this one, make the frame whole. So it's my first attempt. We're going to videotape this here. I'll slide this over here. I'm going to put this on a stationary camera, so we'll just happen to see how this turns out. Okay, my first attempt. It's probably going to be my only attempt too. Let's get that so you guys can see everything. All right. I'm kind of excited. I've been waiting for this to happen. All right. So I got this section of frame on a come along, or a chain fall. So it's my up and down. The front end is on wheels, so I can pivot it back and forth. This section back here, I got a chain holding each ear up, each rail up. But then I got to come along here. This is going to be my up and down for the back of the frame. Okay. And this is the cross member that holds the back of the gas tank up, and also mounts the bed. This has to be on the inside of the rail first, like so. Okay. Now, let's see. Back. Over. Okay. I gotta go down. So let's do down. Okay. Let's take this down. good thing. Touch slack again. Okay, this is going to conclude the frame video. I got it back together. It's bolted, as you can see. Okay, so that's what she's looking like. Here's my patch. Inside there, so it's all cleaned up. Had to do some pushing and pulling with my 4-ton ram and come along, but I win. She's all together, so now I'm going to put it on stands and put the whole frame in primer. That's my next move. Okay, so I'll conclude this video.